Hey, what's going on, guys? Jun here with Hapa英会話, and joining me today is Dia from Japan. Hey, Dia-san, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. And we got Charl from South Africa. What's going on, Charl?
Hello there.
And Jem from the UK.
Hi, nice to see you.
Welcome back, guys. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is the do's and don'ts when it comes to visiting a friend's house or maybe like an acquaintance's house or a coworker's house. 今日はですね、この3人の人たちと、友達や知人の家を訪れるときに守った方がいいマナーは何なのか、そして NG 行動は何なのかについて一緒に話していきたいと思います。Okay, so let's start with Charl from South Africa. What are some of the do's and don'ts in South Africa when you're visiting someone's house?
I would say one of the don'ts would be to avoid using your phone too much. So limit your phone use if it's possible. Yeah, I think it's a sign of respect to limit it, you know, when you're at somebody's house. Yeah, so that's the first don't. Do take something with you, like a bottle of wine or you know, something to eat, snack wise. I think that would go over well with your host.
Yeah, don't show up empty-handed, right? You want to make sure you have something with you when you go to a friend's house. How about you, Jem? What is it like in the UK?
What's strange about the UK is people's houses have different rules, right? So some people are shoes off, some people are shoes on. So it's better to ask when you arrive, like, oh, should I take my shoes off before you start walking into the house with your shoes on? Just to be safe. Now, if you're going to dinner at someone's house, you should probably bring a gift like a bottle of wine or something like that. But if you're just going for a cup of tea or something, you actually don't need to bring anything for that case. Like, we kind of expect to share our coffee and tea supplies, so in that case, you don't really need to bring a gift. It's probably good to compliment the host on something, whether that's like how their house is decorated or they're cooking, and you shouldn't make any negative comments about that type of thing, or they might not invite you again.
Dia, how about you? And I don't know, you probably don't represent the whole country of Japan, but what is it like in Japan?
Yeah, it might be a Japanese thing. I don't think it's only me, but when you're at someone else's house, like, you always have to ask if it's okay to use the bathroom, or is it okay to open the fridge or open the cupboard? So just ask first. That's, well, and I live in Norway, so in Norway, people don't care. Oh, you need to use the bathroom, just find it and go.
So I think like asking for permission is a pretty big thing in Japan, right? Anything that you do, even the smallest things, you want to make sure you ask for permission. I know, like, for example, opening a refrigerator, that is like a pretty big one, I feel like, in Japan. I don't even know if people could, you know, get themselves to ask somebody if they can open the fridge or not. Is that even common in Japan to ask to open the fridge, do you think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, speaking of the refrigerator, I think like in the United States, and of course the setting really makes a big difference. But let's just say, for example, I'm hosting a party and I have various people coming over to my house. If somebody wants to use the bathroom or they want to get a drink from the refrigerator, from the ice cooler, I think the etiquette is ask once, at least ask once. Don't just like open the fridge. Don't just open the cooler. Ask the host once. And then for example, I'd be like, oh yeah, all the drinks are in the fridge and the cooler, help yourself. And I think once you kind of get that affirmation from the host, then it becomes a slightly annoying if they keep asking you, hey, can I get a drink? And I'm like, I already told you, you can help yourself. So I think after that first, like, it's okay to make yourself at home. Then at that point, whether it's using the bathroom or opening the fridge, you can basically treat it like your house. I think that's kind of like the general etiquette here in the United States. And of course, if you are you're really close with somebody and you've been to their house many times and you know where the bathroom is and you know where the refrigerator is. I think at that point you don't even have to really ask. You can just use it. But that is something that pops into my mind when I think of some of the rules here in the United States. まあね、ちょっと今日の話をまとめるとね、まあ一つ共通で言えるのが、まあ誰かの家にね、招待されたときは、まあやっぱ何か持っていきましょうっていうのは、やっぱこれ世界共通かもしれないですね。これアメリカ、日本関係なしに多分どの国でもなんか何も持っていかないで、ただ誰かの家に行く。まあもちろん友達の家にね、ただちょっとこう遊びに行く程度であれば、手ぶらでも全然問題ないと思うのですが、やっぱアメリカでもね、なんかパーティーに招待されたら、ワインのボトル1本ぐらいはね、持っていきたいと思います。Okay, guys, well, thank you guys very much. これを見ている皆さん、今日はどうもありがとうございました。Don't forget, we have amazing teachers here that offer great lessons on Cafe Talk, Bie, Charl, and Jem. You can find all of their information in the description below, guys. So if you're interested, please check them out.